Welcome back, everybody. It's day 9 of the road to 2000 Elo. Right now we are at 1670, so let's find our opponent. Okay, we get the white pieces. I mean, finally. It's been like, I think, 5 games. Every single game was black, 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 black. Anyway, e4. My opponent plays e5. We're just gonna go. Okay, they plays what was this called? The Philidor, right? Yeah. So here I like to play d4, and he goes knight here, which I mean I don't like this move, to be honest. I'm just gonna push d5. Yeah, I mean, what is this? I mean, you can't just go knight c6 and then just go knight back. You just wasted a time. Of course, you're not losing, but I don't think it's good. So now what should I play here? I can go c4 and gain a lot of space, or I can develop my knight, or I can develop my bishop. But I like going c4 and just gaining as much space as possible. Okay, he develops his bishop. I'm just gonna go ahead and develop my knight. Okay, my opponent pins my knight. I can go bishop here and maybe prepare to castle. I think we are going to play on the queen side. My pawns are pointing there. Some moves like b5, a5, and just have these pawns rolling. So I'm gonna develop my bishop. I'm gonna castle. I'm gonna go b5, maybe rook b1, try to open some files. Okay, my opponent goes knight here, but that's not a concern. I can go b5 now, or I can castle. Let's like prioritize our king's safety, and then we are going to go with our plans. So I'm gonna go b4. I don't see a reason why not. So b4. My opponent goes here. I think I can develop my bishop. Maybe here. I don't like developing it here. I don't think it's gonna do anything. Maybe this position is going to open up. Maybe in the future we're going to play f4 and open this diagonal, and this bishop will be active, maybe. So I'm gonna develop my bishop. Okay, my opponent goes knight here, but I can go a4, and now we have some nice space on the queen side. Okay, this move, but now my opponent has made a hole on c6. If I can get my knight, let's say like here into this square, I will be doing really well. So I think I'm gonna push, and if they take, maybe I take with c pawn to open up this c file and try to get a knight. So I'm gonna push, yeah. And if he takes, do I take like this or like this? That's the question. Because if I take here and he trades pieces, um, but if I go here, I open the c file for my pieces. I don't know. That's kind of tough. Do I take like this or do I take like this? Because if I take, he's gonna take like that, and I don't know really, man. That's a tough decision, but let's not waste any time. Probably, maybe boss move works, so I'm just gonna take like that. Okay, he goes knight here. Now he's threatening to take this pawn, but I think I can just defend. Okay, if he takes, I'm happy. He goes knight here. What is the idea? I think maybe he wants to go to f4, but that's not a concern. I think maybe I can play g3 and just say your knight is doing absolutely nothing. Although, do I allow bishop here? No, right? It's not. I don't think it's a concern, to be honest. Can I go bishop here? And if he hops, I take. He takes. If I go bishop here and he takes, and I take, and he goes knight here, I can just move my queen, right? So yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I'm gonna try and trade this knight. I mean, sure, he will get his knight to f4, but it's not a problem. I can kick it with g3. I like my position. I think I'm doing really well. Okay, my opponent takes like that, but now I cannot actually go to. Okay, let's think. I can push, take, and have a passer. He can take here. What move should I play now? Maybe a5 to play b6 and put a rook on the b file. You know what? I'm gonna kick this knight. If he wants to trade bishops, I don't care. I'm just gonna play on the queen side. I mean, sure, he will have the bishop pair, but I don't think it's a problem. I mean, I don't think that the bishops are effective in this position. And then if he takes my bishop, and he does, I take with the queen. I'm gonna put a rook on the b file. I'm gonna play a5, b6, and just get this pawns rolling. Okay, he goes rook here, but I mean, what's the idea? Okay, I think I'm gonna go king here just for like safety purposes, whatever. Um, or maybe I go knight here, attacking the rook. Maybe that's good, yeah. But I think king here is important because the light squares are really bad. Okay, he wants to give this check, but I can move. That check is completely useless, I think. Yeah, if he checks, I just move. And then I go here into here. And then I get my a5 push, and I think I will be doing really well here. Okay, he checks us, but I can just go king here. My king is safe. My idea is to go knight d2, knight c4, attack the rook. The rook moves away, and I will be doing really well. So he's trying to get the pawn, but I think I can get my knight. I can move my knight. If he takes, I take with this knight. This pawn is held. And our position is good. I think maybe my king is in danger, but I think I must just focus on my ideas, you know. I must try to go for knight c4 and just get these pawns rolling. My opponent is going to play on the king side, and I'm gonna play on the queen side. Okay, he goes bishop here. Do I have this move attacking the queen? Oh, that's a good move actually. I attack the queen, and if he takes my queen, I take here. I'm attacking the rook. He takes my rook, I take here. He moves the bishop. I move my rook back, my knight back. Does this work? What if he takes? Ah, yeah, what if he takes? What am I saying? That's if I go here, he just takes, and I can't take here, so I just lose the game. So maybe just knight here. I mean, this spin is annoying, but I don't see that. I don't see it as a problem. He cannot apply pressure immediately, at least. So my idea is to just push the pawns. So okay, he goes here. Can I push? Maybe, but a5. I'm not going to think. b6 and just push the pawns. Okay, he applies pressure here, but if I push, if I push, he takes, and I take like that. It's a fork, so I win. So I attack the rook. He can't take because of this fork. Okay, he sacrifices the rook, but I think that's just a bad move because I just take. Yeah, and then I go knight here, and I think my opponent position just collapses, to be honest. Maybe I give this check first, because why not? So I go check. I should play fast. I'm completely winning, of course, but my time is really low, so I have to be careful. He's gonna go king here, and then okay, he goes king here as I expected. Maybe there's some queen here, I'm not sure, but I think I'm just gonna start with but queen here. Can he go queen here? Maybe I should just go queen, but no, right? Let's take here. Let's take. But if I take, he takes, applies pressure to my knight. I can go back. It doesn't matter, right? Yeah. I don't have time. Let's just play fast. Don't think about it. If he takes with the queen, I can go check and take the bishop. So yeah, I think this move is really good. I sack my knight, but I'm gonna get the bishop. Maybe I take here first, or I think this check is just too good, man. Yeah, I give this check. The king has to go here, and then I go check, and I take the bishop. But I think I'm mating here. I'm pretty sure there has to be some mate somewhere. Okay, and my opponent resigns. I mean, wow, I think this might be one of the best chess games I've ever played. So yeah, let's see what was happening. Okay, I played with an 83 accuracy. My opponent plays with a 72. We were just dominating the whole game. We had an advantage almost through, like, at no point in the game I think I was losing. So let's analyze. E4, E5, knight F3, and my opponent goes for the Philidor defense. which it's not a bad opening, but I don't think it's a good response to the Italian game. You should like develop your knight and try to play for the Gioco piano, because the Philidor defense, like, yeah, we just go d4 and white is like, of course white is not winning, but the white has absolutely no problems in his position. My opponent goes knight here, which is just a weird move, and I push the pawn, and my opponent goes back. Yeah, they just wasted a tempo for absolutely no reason. I go I go c4, grabbing more space on the board. My opponent develops their bishop. I develop my knight. He pins my knight. I develop the bishop. All of this is normal. I castle. They castle, and I go b4. The idea of b4 is to just I'm gonna play on the queen side. My pawns are pointing on this side, so my plan was just to grab as much space on the queen side as possible and just get these pawns rolling. So my opponent went a6. I don't. Maybe they were trying to prevent me from grabbing more space, but anyway, I developed my bishop. I went a5, like grabbing as much space as possible, and it's actually a good plan. It's not bad at all. And my opponent goes b6. I push b5, and yeah, b5 is not. It's not a good move because I get a backward pawn, and b5 as well gives this c5 square for the knight. So it's not a good move. Yeah, I should have played knight d2 here and traded the bishop. Okay, something for us to rear. So, but anyway, it's not losing, but it's just it's all the advantage I had is gone. My opponent takes, and I take with the c pawn, which was actually the best decision. If I took with the b pawn, with the a pawn, yeah, it's not so good. I mean, the game is equal, but yeah, it's not as good as taking with the c pawn. So my opponent gets his knight to c5, and now he's attacking the pawn. I defend with bishop e3, which wasn't a good move. The more accurate was to defend with the queen. Okay, but anyway, my opponent goes knight h5. His idea was to go to f4 and apply some pressure to the bishop. I go bishop here. Okay, this was actually really bad. I should have dropped my bishop back, because bishop a3 gives my opponent has an advantage, and the advantage is to take the bishop. I take the queen, and they go knight f4. Okay, I actually I calculated this position, but I thought I just go queen c2. Okay, I see. So okay, this position is bad because my opponent can take my knight and damage my pawn structure, and now my king is really weak. So yeah, bishop a3 was not a good move at all. Anyway, it doesn't matter. My opponent went knight f4. I took the knight. He took with this pawn, which was not the best move. He should have taken this way. And now I have an advantage. I kick the knight, which is not a good move, but I thought that getting rid of this knight, like this knight is really active. It's on the f4 square. My bishop is really bad. Like all of these pawns are on the light square, so I thought trading a knight for a bishop in this position is in my favor. So I took with the queen. My opponent went rook here, which is not good because I have this knight d2 and knight c4 attacking the rook. Their idea of going rook a5, I think it was to prevent me from going a5, because if I can get a5, b6, and put the rook on the b file, I think I have a very dangerous position. So anyway, yeah, I went king here, which was not the best move. The best move was to go knight d2 immediately, trying to go for knight c4. But I thought in this position, maybe they can go bishop here, and then I move my rook, and this bishop is really active. The light squares, they are very weak, so I did not like that. That's why I decided to go king g2 and try to maybe defend the light squares. My opponent goes queen d7, threatening the bishop check. I go rook b7, which was not the best move actually. Here I should have just went knight d2, and if he gives this check, it doesn't matter. He takes the rook. I take back with the queen, but I'm not going to play that obviously. Like, sure, I'm better, but this doesn't make any sense to me, man. Why would I sack the exchange for absolutely no reason? Anyway, I move my rook. My opponent goes for the check. I move my king back. He goes f5, trying to get some activity and maybe get an attack on my king. I go knight. Oops. I went knight d2, which was the best move. My opponent took with the pawn, took the pawn. I took back with the knight, which was also the best move. He pinned my knight, but this pin was actually really pointless because, yeah, my knight is pinned to my queen, but you can't apply any pressure to it. You can't get the queen to maybe attack the knight. So I went knight c4, which was also the best move. Like, we've been playing the best continuation for like 4 or 5 moves now. My opponent moves the rook, and I go a5, best move again. My opponent goes rook here, and I go b6, best move again. My opponent decides to sack the rook, and they should not have done that, obviously, but anyway, we took the rook. My opponent takes back. I gave this check, and I took the pawn, and then yeah, this was a really nice move, and I'm really happy that I found it. I can sack my knight and then take the bishop, and yeah, I think this king is just getting mated. Like, you move here, I go queen f8 check. You can't go here because you will get mated. Yeah, you will just get mated. So you have to come to e6, and I just take the knight, and I'm up like 8 points of material. So yeah, it was a really good win. We played some really good chess. We've been on a really nice win streak. So yeah, that's all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow, hopefully.